Out of the ocean rose a young girl with a flower in her hair. She took her first steps, smiled as her pale foot felt the earth beads underneath her, all around her. Her eyes twinkled from the water that gave her life. She is his daughter, yet his challenger. Conflicted and afraid, so strong and overpowering, the water pushed her. She felt her knees press into 1,000 little shells, indenting her light skin, lacking her mother's melanin. Striked, jabbed, and pierced, her blood dripped into the shells, the small and mighty protectors of the ocean. They kept us from stepping here and there. The girl wiped her duchess nose and felt the sun she called creator sting her back. She was convinced to protect herself from her, sustainer, the one who made her long, dark brown hair glisten. The girl tugged at her roots, felt the tiny eroded rocks squish the high points of her face that resemble her Lola, creating white freckles she always wished for. Morphing, cementing, controlling, with different eyes the water monster drowned her, not binding her with love. Instead, he frightened her, became the unknown. The one thing ready to pounce on her if she ever turned her back. Her blood turned him red as she sunk deeper and deeper, farther and further she drifted. Bury your feet into the tan, dry soil and claim what you please. Create rules for your siblings, children of the water and sun, to obey, and write them in stone, so the land may cry and ache in return for the pain you never asked for, from the harsh, cold waves that smashes into the towering daggers. Her blood that creeps to the surface, emerging through the cracks, that feeds the infertile bonds she was born with and without, rejects from her body, that disintegrates into 1,000,000 protectors, obliged to lay with her mother and be seized by her father. She hopes that you may find peace in the water that carried you here, joy in the sun that grew you there, and harmony with the land that gave you air. And while the blood runs deep, the endless collision within you that gives you this unbearable pain is a fight that is eternal as long as you breathe. As she lays to rest, she took the flower from her hair, stared into the beaming light she sprouted from, recognizing the beads under her feet that supported her every step, remembering to never touch what is to be remain untouched. Turn away from temptation. Never author rules for the land you do not own. Follow the path that chills your blood. Affirm the path that leads you home.
What do I have to do with today? You're awake already, dude? So the universe couldn't let you sleep for like 30 more minutes, huh? You just had to wake up today? At this time? Dude, it's 6:30! Fuck! God damn it, So there was really this guy named God, right? And he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna make the sun wake up at 7:30, and at 7 p.m. I'm gonna make the moon come out." God, dude. And now every day at 6:30 in the morning, we have to wake up to go to fucking school. It's so annoying. Alright, let's go shoot, man. It's gonna be a good day today. Nothing's gonna go wrong. New assignment? Euclid and Pythagoras, you cursed an entire nation and society. Putting numbers and letters together? I mean, seriously, dude? That's all you could come up with? Numbers by itself wasn't good enough, so you had to put letters in the mix too. But then how do I solve x squared plus... Oh, I finished it, my boy. Damn, dude, I'm gonna be late to this thing. Bro, who keeps blowing up my phone? It's too much, dude. It's Schoology again, dude. Dude, there's another assignment. Damn, dude, it took the founding fathers the maximum 2 minutes to finalize and finish the Declaration of Independence, right? But it's taking me 2 hours to write a 4-page paper. Damn, dude. Oh, man. It's too much at this point. Schoology again, dude. Dude, I don't get it. I don't understand. I really don't. Dude, it's just interrupting my plan. It's so annoying. I wasn't even supposed to have homework today. I wish schools cared more about their students than their assignments.
Hey, Carla.
Oh, hey! It's only been 5 months, 3 weeks, and 6 days since you talked to me. Do you need something?
Dude, it's only been a month. Stop exaggerating. And I just want to talk to you.
Oh, did you miss me?
Fuck off.
Wow, rude.
I call you because I got a rose from you.
Yeah? Well, do you know why I gave it to you?
No, why would I be calling you then?
Wow, you don't even remember. It's our 3-year anniversary, love.
Of what?
Of our friendship. Do you like it?
A rose for our friendship?
Wow, I can't give you a nice gift?
Usually it's a romantic thing.
Well, it doesn't have to be. You've just been a very nice friend. I just wanted to show you that I appreciate you a lot. I miss you.
You miss me?
Yep, I miss bothering you and fucking your days up.
You don't bother me.
And yet, you don't even want to hang out with me when we're on campus.
I had midterms and finals, Carla.
Is that really the reason? We used to hang out almost every day back in high school.
Fine, if you insist, I'll hang out with you more. Happy?
So you do like me after all.
Yeah.
You finally admitted it.
Can I tell you something?
Go for it.
I love you.
Yeah, I know.
Carla, you know what I meant.
That you're a lesbian? You're being fucking serious? So you lied to me. There's no way. Fuck. Please tell me you're kidding. You can't do this to me. Tell me you don't like me.
I'm not kidding.
Well, why didn't you tell me? All these times we spent together, how many times have you slept over at my place? How many times have we changed in front of each other? For God's sakes, you've seen me naked.
Okay, what are you trying to say?
You thought about it, haven't you?
What?
You thought about being with me.
That's not true.
You thought about fucking me.
No.
You thought about it.
Don't do this to me.
Amy, be honest. You lied to me. What a degenerate.
Then why did you literally mail me a fucking rose?
Look, if I knew you were a lesbian, I wouldn't have given it to you.
Seriously?
I know I sound like an asshole, but think about how I feel.
How you feel?
Let's stop being friends, Amy.
Fine. Whatever. If that's what you want, I won't stop you. Not even a goodbye.
Hey girl.
What's up?
I told her.
Yeah? And how was that?
Shitty.
Oh shit.
I'm so sorry.
You know, Grace, I really regret it. I didn't know it would turn out like this. Maybe I didn't tell her we would still been friends.
Can I be honest with you?
Sure.
It was never meant to be. Move on.
Seriously, I don't know what happened, but I bet she was being a piece of ass to you, wasn't she?
Okay. Maybe she is a piece of shit. But like, she got me a rose though. That was kind of sweet.
You can go buy your own rose, Amy. You gotta let it go. She's not worth
Your time. She seems quite homophobic.
And she has big daddy issues.
This is like the worst day ever.
If you want, I can come visit you.
At 9 p.m.
Yeah, of course. I'll visit you, dude. You just gotta feed me food.
You only want me for my food, huh?
Yeah, you know me.
Fine. I'll get you something.
Thanks, you're the best.
Okay. Cool. I'll see you then.
See ya.
그 말을 던져주네 그대는 어떻게 날 완벽히 이해하니 내 마음이 자꾸만 녹아 상상도 못했는데 담겨진 우리 시작할게 안아줄게
Hey, I'm here, bitch.
Oh, hi. Nice to meet you. I'm Cam. Oh, hey, nice to meet you too. So, tell me about yourself. Oh, sorry. I'm a recent college graduate and I studied biology in school thinking that I would be a doctor, which I know isn't typical of someone in the operations field, but the coursework was really rigorous and I spent a lot of time in my bullet journal planning out what I would do. After a while, I started to realize that crossing something off my to-do list made me way happier than a medical degree ever could, and so I took that as a sign that maybe I shouldn't be a doctor and pivoted into this field, and here I am. Wow, that's great. I'm glad to hear that you switched out of something you didn't like. That's a quality we look for in our associates. We want people who know what they want and how to get it. So, let's get into some scenario questions. Tell me about a time you've experienced negative feedback in your life and how you handled it. Oh, as someone who has been looking for work for the past year, Are you reading off a document? Yes. Interviews make me really anxious, so I like to come prepared. Does that affect how I'm doing? Yes, it does. Oh, it makes me like you even more. I love when someone comes prepared for an unknown situation. It shows me just how much thought you've put into this. Well, that's good to hear. I actually have a 10-page document. I love that. Because even though some of your answers may have been planned, this conversation flow has been really great, and I could really see you on our team. So, I just have one more question. I see that on your resume you have a year-long gap. Can you tell me about that? I had a job lined up actually, and it fell through as I was graduating, which really sucked, but I spent the last year looking for work, and I've also picked up some hobbies. I started cooking just to add a little spice in my life. I've also been crocheting, which I know makes me sound like a grandma, but it's really nice to be able to create something and then wear it. And then I actually took up some video production. I've been making kind of embarrassingly bad vlogs, but I find that there's a lot of good things that I want to remember about my life, and that video is a great way to capture those memories. Well, that's cool. Do you have anything to show for this? Oh, I'm sorry. Can you clarify the question a bit? I just thought with all this rage around side hustles that when you were telling me about these hobbies that you would have done something a little more, I don't know, productive with them. I tried starting an Instagram kitchen or an Etsy shop or a YouTube channel, but it all felt meaningless. Like I was forcing myself to do something I loved to make money, and that it was not valuable otherwise. Well, that's kind of disappointing to hear. I really just wanted these to be about me. Life is short, and I just wanted to live some of it. Yeah, I understand, but you're telling me that you had a year and you spent it doing leisure activities instead of getting a job? Well, yes and no. I spent the last year looking for a job. I just couldn't find one. I'll be honest with you, it's really hard to hire someone like this. Excuse me? I have spent every waking moment thinking about the job hunt, okay? I've applied to over 400 jobs and been rejected from every single one of them. I spend so much time editing my resume and writing cover letters where I ask and honestly beg for companies to hire me, and they won't. Well, I wake up in the middle of the night stressed that I've missed an application deadline, or I'll have a nightmare that the company has called the police on me because I followed up with them too many times. And I'm so tired. I can't even take a break because I'm still thinking about how I can do more. You really need to ask yourself then, if you're trying so hard, why haven't you gotten a job? I don't know. I eat, sleep, and breathe the grind. I couldn't stop if I tried. I can't enjoy a single thing because the looming thought that a company will always think that I haven't done enough, or I'm not trying enough, or that I'll never be enough. Hi, you must be Morgan. Nice to meet you. I'm Cam, and I'm applying for the operations associate position.
Cada vez que intento contar esta historia, me niego. Considero las posibilidades, las circunstancias a las cuales se presenta esta oportunidad de contar un poco de mi experiencia en contexto de nuestra historia. Pienso, ¿y quiénes somos nosotras? ¿Cuáles identidades mías son más visibles? Gringa, no binaria, artista, indígena, anticapitalista. ¿Cuánto tiempo tenemos? Esto pasó en diciembre de 2019, justo antes de la pandemia, ni hemos tenido chance de procesarla. I, along with a group of queer creatives, went to the second EZLN, Encuentro de Mujeres que Luchan, in December 2019. For those that don't know what the Zapatistas are, I need to introduce you to a man named Emiliano Zapata first. Emiliano Zapata was a Mexican revolutionary who fought during the Mexican Revolution. He organized farm workers and indigenous people to fight for land back. Men and women under his command were known as Zapatistas. My Nahua great-grandfather Simon was one of them, and because of it, my family got some of our native land back. In the 90s, drawing from their own indigenous wisdom and the teachings of Emiliano Zapata, Zapatismo was born as a political identity. The EZLN, or the Zapatista National Liberation Army, made up of primarily Tzeltal, Tzotzil, Chol, Tojolabal, and Mam people in the southernmost state of Mexico, Chiapas, have their own sustainable infrastructures, medical, education, and agrarian. They're very internationalist, believing that global solidarity is essential for movements. They declared war on the Mexican government and had reclaimed their land autonomously. Now it was time to invite us to grow the resistance against global capitalism. This gathering was created in response to the high femicide rates in Mexico. Approximately 10 women are killed a day, half at the hands of their partners. These events were entirely organized by the women. The camp, the kitchens, shops, bathrooms, stages, cabins, and enormous tents in which we would have workshops were all built by them. A friend told me when asking how they could support them, they responded, "We're here to plant a seed inside of you so you can grow it and create something like this in your home." The Zapatista women gave us platforms to denounce abusers on day 1, share strategies on day 2, and make art day 3. The intro speech in the beginning was really powerful, and I remember them listing off the 49 countries that were present with pride. The next day, we were surprised to know that attendees like ourselves could organize a workshop for others to attend.
Me, Traviesa, and Kiki organized a small makeup stand for zapatistas to get makeup done. Later, we attended what we thought was a prison abolitionist meeting, only to find out that transphobic and sex worker exclusionary radical feminists had wrongfully named themselves that and shut down all dissenting participants in the workshop, including me.
Mi propuesta empieza pues con reconocer y no confundir el tráfico humano y tráfico sexual con pues la prostitución y el trabajo sexual, porque eso es muy peligroso. Eso pues nos pone más en peligro, la verdad. Y pues nada, también propongo decriminalizar el trabajo sexual, y al final de cuentas todas somos explotadas. Cualquier trabajo bajo este sistema patriarcal, este sistema capitalista, todos nuestros cuerpos están siendo explotadas. O sea, no importa si seas puta o no seas puta. Entonces, pues nada, ¿qué más decir? Y pues hay hombres también que son trabajadores sexuales, reconocer eso, decriminalizar. Pues nada, y bueno,
¡Ese no es el
¡Déjenlo hablar!
Si pueden ceder al micrófono.
pues nada,
That night, one of the few black attendees grabbed the main stage's mic and called for a meeting the next day. After I had spoken, a trans woman had also gotten yelled at by 50-plus rad femmes, ridiculed for her voice, and told this wasn't her space. I ended up reading the speech that was written collectively the next day.
Creemos que esta postura abolicionista pone en riesgo a las compañeras y favorece intereses patriarcales como el encarcelamiento de las mujeres y transexuales, fomentando mayor violencia porque lleva al trabajo clandestino e inseguro. Por eso nosotras apoyamos la vida y la integridad de todas, apoyando propuestas que han surgido como sindicatos, colectivas y redes de apoyo, movimientos feministas. Proponemos no hablar el nombre de otras compañeras. En este caso, si vamos a hacer una propuesta sobre trabajo sexual, las primeras que deberían ser invitadas y escuchadas son quienes ejercen ese trabajo.
Aún pienso en los efectos que tuvo en mi cerebro, a existir en un espacio así, fuera de los hombres y el capitalismo. Aunque el residuo de la realidad opresiva fue pegajosa, nublando mi visión, vi tan claramente que crear un mundo se trata con los pasitos al diario. Cuando la gente me pregunta sobre mi identidad política, ni comunista ni feminista, solo quiero liberación por los más marginalizados, las comunidades afros, indígenas, transgéneros y trabajadores sexuales. Así que por lo menos sé qué contestar. Quiero un mundo donde quepan muchos mundos. Y sonrío porque sé que este otro mundo sí es posible.